Hey there and welcome back. Today we'll be breaking down a solo PvE build that will allow you to solo tier 5 group dungeons, all within safe zones. We are talking about the Great Nature Staff. Now for this build you'll need to be close to about 1600 IP to complete the group dungeons. When attempting to complete a tier 5 group dungeon you might come across bosses that feel impossible to kill. At times you might have to skip a boss and move on through the group dungeon. If the chest is nice enough, it won't hurt to bring in a guildie or a friend to help you kill the boss. Also, make sure to stick through the entire video as I talk about an alternative set to bring for boss fights that will allow you to complete every tier 5 group dungeon without skipping a boss. Before we jump into the build, I did want to go ahead and take some time to highlight the benefits of soloing these tier 5 dungeons. As you can see, you will get anywhere from 800,000 to 1.5 million silver from loot. Of course, you do have the chance to hit a huge legendary chest. This does not include the 800 to 100,000 that you'll pick up from killing mobs. You'll also average anywhere from 1 million to 1.5 million fame per hour. You'll also average about 220,000 fame credits per hour and roughly 5,500 faction points per hour. Now let's get into the build and discuss how this works. For your helmet slot, you will want to take Spectre Hood. Your first ability will be Flash of Insight. This will reset the cooldown of your armor ability, meaning your chest piece. This is huge, as you will see shortly that having 2 cooldowns for your R makes running this build much easier and more efficient. Now for your passive, go with Balanced Mind for the additional damage and increased defense. Up next, one of the most important items is your Helium Jacket. This jacket not only does damage but will heal you and top you off. Your R ability will be Lifesteal Aura. This aura lasts 7 seconds and deals damage up to 5 enemies based on your own current health for every second. The less health you have, the more damage that you will do. The second perk to this ability is that you will also steal 100% of the health the enemy has lost. Pairing this up with your Spectre Hood's Flash of Insight will give you 2 cooldowns and help you dramatically with your damage output and sustainability. For your passive, go with Balanced Mind for the additional 4% damage and healing cast. Your main hand will be the Greater Nature Staff. For your Q, take Thorn Growth, as this will go ahead and be a source of damage and crowd control. You do 149 magic damage every half second for 4 seconds. Thorn Growth will also apply a Thorn Charge to all enemies that are impacted. You can recast Thorn Growth up to 3 times within 3 seconds. Now when auto attacking a mob with Thorn Charges, you will deal an additional 174 magical damage, so make sure to drop this on all of your mobs and start to auto attack them down. For your W, go ahead and take Protection of Nature. This is a very important ability as it will not only heal you but increase your damage resistance by 82 and increase the healing that you receive by 35%. Pairing this up with Helium Jacket's Lifesteal Aura will top your health off. You can also pair this with your E, which is Living Armor, which will increase your damage resistance by 44 for 4 seconds, and anytime you receive direct damage you will be healed for an additional 116. Now your passive will be Energetic, which restores 6 energy for every normal attack that you do. Since you will be auto attacking quite a bit, to pop Thorn Charges this will keep your energy full. For your cape, I like to go with Thetford's Cape. This is a great way to put out additional AoE damage, and the Chain Lightning will help you round up additional mobs. Up next you have your Guardian Boots. For your F, go with Giant, as this will increase your max and current health by 100% and your movement speed by an additional 25%. If you see that your health is dropping low and you need a bit of more time for your cooldowns to come up, this is a great way to stay alive and kite mobs around. Now for your passive, go with Toughness for the additional 2.5% defense. Now let's talk about the alternative build that will allow you to kill all the bosses. The build gives you more self-sustain for the single target damage you'll receive. Great Nature Staff excels due to the amount of mobs attacking you, however it can fall short when fighting only one mob or one boss. I do recommend going with the Druidic Staff and Torch as your offhand, as this will increase your attack speed. Druidic Staff will give you Spiritual Seed, allowing you to place a seed on yourself that blooms and heals you for 571 health. You will also keep all the other abilities the same. You will change your chest armor to Mercenary Jacket, as this will give you a Bloodlust, which allows you to auto attack and regain all of your health, providing you with more options for sustainability. I also recommend using Demonic Cape, which will drop a puddle of lava underneath your enemy, causing 1050 damage over 5 seconds. This is great as the boss will end up sitting on the puddle for the full duration. Making these changes will help you complete the entire dungeon and maximize your rewards. Now for your consumables, I like to go with roast pork for my food. This will allow you to heal as you deal damage based on the amount of health your enemies have lost. It's a great way to add sustain. I also take tier 4 or tier 6 poisons, which will help you kill bosses. Now that we are familiar with this build, let's talk about a rotation that will help you succeed. I recommend trying to round up at least 3 or 4 mobs at a time. The more mobs that you have, the more damage that you will take, which in return means the more that you will heal from your living armor. The first thing that you want to do is drop all 3 thorn growths on top of your mobs and start to auto attack. As you take damage, you can pop Protection of Nature and Lifesteal Aura to increase your damage and keep your health topped off. Once your Lifesteal Aura goes on a cooldown, quickly use your D, which is Flash of Insight. This will give you your Lifesteal Aura and cooldown back. If you're really taking a lot of damage, you can pair Protection of Nature with Living Armor and Lifesteal Aura to maximize your damage, defenses, and health regeneration. I hope you find a lot of success with this solo group dungeon build and are able to maximize your profits, as there are huge opportunities to make profits while in a safe zone. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe for more Albion online content, and I'll see you soon.